The year was 1919 and a fragile new order had emerged from the ashes of the First World War. Poland was reborn and reappeared on the map of Europe after over a century of partitions. But the peace was not to last. The Soviet communists who had taken over Russia were keen to expand their bloody totalitarian ideology and started pushing west. Poland stood in the way of the Red Army, a European borderland of sorts, guarding the realms of free men. But this recently reborn nation was weak and unprepared, and so the Soviet army pushed steadily forward. By August 1920 they were at the gates of the Polish capital, Warsaw. The newly reborn nation was in peril of being lost yet again. The Polish army was running desperately low on ammunition. But in its time of need, there was an old and trusted ally who remembered the promises and alliances of old. On the eve of the Battle of Warsaw, a shipment carrying tens of millions of rounds of Hungarian ammunition reached the endangered capital. The Battle of Warsaw was won against all odds by the Poles. The Red Tide was stopped. Europe was saved. For now. After the battle, the architect of the Polish triumph, General Rozwadowski, met with Hungarian Colonel Takarczolvaj. Remember, we will never forget the Hungarians' noble intentions in our time of need. There may come a day when we will return the favor. That time did come. 36 years later, the Hungarians rebelled against our common foe and occupier, the Soviet Russians. The embattled Hungarians fought the might of the Soviet forces. Budapest stood alone, its people slowly bleeding as the uprising was mercilessly crushed. In the Hungarians' time of need, the Poles repaid their debt. Unable to send weapons or to join in, the Poles paid the only way they could. Some 12,000 Poles donated blood for their Hungarian brothers, and the Polish Red Cross sent 44 tons of medical supplies to Budapest.
The Polish-Hungarian friendship goes as far back as we can remember, and it will last for as long as we do not forget.